Hello, this is Artie. This podcast was recorded quite a few weeks ago, but unfortunately I did not have the time to edit it until now. But it's out now, and hopefully it'll be coming out once every 2 weeks. So, enjoy. Hi, I'm Artie.
And I'm Sush.
And welcome to the Social Outcast, not to be confused with the Untitled Podcast.
Yeah.
We're back, guys. We've returned to the podcasting screen. We've returned to your eardrums.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen this time, but we'll see.
It's going to be crazy.
Alright.
Already off to a great start. So, Sush, did you know today, well, date of recording, 19th of September, today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Yeah, it is.
I definitely heard that
and
from
coincidentally, probably from me, because coincidentally, it's not coincidentally, on purpose, it's the same day as the release date of Return to Monkey Island.
Damn. Wait, isn't that releasing tomorrow or today?
Well, it's releasing tomorrow, but because we're Australia, so we have funny times.
Oh, yeah.
So in the US, it's releasing today. Technically, it's releasing 2 a.m. tomorrow, which means it'll be 19th of September for the Americans.
It's Talk Like a Pirate Day's Eve, really.
Yeah, technically. But, oh man, I have it in my Discord status. I say, happy International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And then one of my friends just messaged me and said, "Yar har." And then me and him just had this really long conversation, speaking exclusively in pirate talk. It is spectacular. It's I won't read it out because it's quite a long conversation, but there were some good insults thrown. Anyway, yeah. So today's the release date of Return to Monkey Island, which I have been waiting for like half a year now. Probably, a bit shorter, but give or take.
Yeah.
But Sush, have you actually played any more of Monkey Island?
I have. No, I have not. I have not. I seriously have not. But I can play it here in the podcast right now. I'll just get my Scum VM open. Okay, no, I don't have time to do that. But
no.
I don't know.
You
if
should play it at some point.
I don't know if I'm ever actually going to do it.
It's very good. It's very good. The first one is pretty good. The second one is amazing. The third one is equally amazing. Fourth one's a bit of a dud, and the fifth one's really good. And I'm looking forward to the new one.
All right. Wait, the fifth one is which one?
Tales. So it's Secret, LeChuck's Revenge, Curse, Escape, Tales.
Is that the Tales one? Is that the CGI one or no?
Yeah, it's Telltale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's good. And then the Escape is like the really poor 3D one. Have you heard of Grim Fandango?
Yeah. No, that's the one I was talking about. That's what I meant by bad CGI.
Oh yeah, no, it's the graphics are not great. They kind of just went into 3D because Grim Fandango was a success. But the one thing about that game, about Grim Fandango, it was a success despite the engine and graphics, not because of it. And I don't think the devs understood that.
Yeah. Honestly, point-and-click games are just that. It's just that genre that I wish I could get into, but I just don't have the motivation at all to. I like the concept of me playing point-and-click games more than actually playing point-and-click games. But
yeah. I understand that now. But I have have I told you about Amazon Prime Gaming?
Yeah, you have. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. For our audience, With Prime Gaming, you get it for free with Amazon Prime. Not sponsored, by the way, but you get it for free with Amazon Prime, and every month you get like 5 or 6 free games, as well as in-game items for other games. For example, like Fall Guys, Pokemon Go, stuff like that. And they actually give away a lot of point-and-click games, and so I have a games library that is 90% point-and-click games. I've got some really good ones. I've been playing Sam and Max Hit the Road.
Oh yeah, I saw a long play of that. It looks legitimately incredible.
It's amazing. There's this. I mean, the dialogue is absolutely on point. I love Sam and Max so much. They're brilliant.
They use the word acumen. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Max is like, please never say acumen again. Brilliant. But there's this one bit where you're in a carnival and you can play this like whack-a-mole game, but Max is at the side and you can whack Max with a mallet.
Yeah, I think god damn it, at one point you had to this may be further than where you are at the game right now based on the screenshots that you sent me, but I think at one point you had to hop in this like plastic fish that would be sort of carried by this helicopter to another area. And I think it was some helicopter that just like carried baskets of fish, and I think the helicopter misunderstood the fish, the gigantic plastic fish on the side, as like an actual gigantic fish, and it drops it off at this other area. And when you eventually have to get back into the car, Max is like, oh, where on earth is the car? And then Sam is like, wait for it. And then the car just drops down, like perfectly, on point.
That's great. I haven't gotten up to that bit yet, but I think I know where the area is, because I just unlocked a place called World of Fish or something.
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be there.
Poorly described.
But yeah, no, Sam and Max.
You'll figure it out, yeah?
Sam and Max is very good. I would recommend playing it, and that's just from the like hour that I've played of it so far. The UI is like a bit tricky to get initially because there's no text, it's all icon based. Yeah. But once you've gotten the hang of it, it's like incredible. I love the UI.
Yeah, from the long play, or I should stop saying long play, but just from the gameplay I've seen, it seems like they designed the UI to be more like friendly, I suppose. With all the visuals and just a very basic layout.
I imagine they wanted gameplay to take up more of the screen. If you've seen original LucasArts adventure games, like the actual environment you're in takes up a pretty small amount compared to the UI.
The UI is quite hardcore in those early games.
It's just a big black box on the bottom. So I imagine when they were making Sam and Max Hit the Road, they were like, okay, can we maybe, put the UI somewhere else so it takes up less of the screen? And it worked a lot better. There's so for example, instead of having an entire verbs menu, which is how you interact with objects, so instead of having buttons that say use, look at, you right click on your mouse and it changes your cursor. It seems a bit monotonous, tedious even. Tedious is a better word. It seems a bit tedious just having to flick through all of them, but if you want a quicker way, you can go into your inventory and then you've got your verbs menu there. So it's pretty good. So
what would you prefer? Would you just prefer the classic old like Monkey Island style verb layout, or would you prefer the updated, revamped Sam and Max one?
I'm going to choose secret hidden option 3. So in the Monkey Island 2 remake, the special edition, they had a verb menu that was kind of like Sam and Max's one, where you've got like one cursor and you can flick between things. But instead of having to like right click, you could hold right click and then it'd come up with a menu with all of your verbs that only took up a little portion of the screen. That's some good UI design right there.
Is the verb wheel? Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Verb wheel. I imagine that's included with other point and clicks other than Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, but
Yeah,
that's the one I saw it in.
I remember in the adventure game studio that software you sent me a while back that's used to like make like scrappy adventure games. It looks more like a prototype making software than anything else. But in the templates, the thing that was described as the verb wheel was like, it was called a Sierra style game or something. Do you have any idea about like Sierra games that use that verb wheel type thing?
I don't know. I haven't played any Sierra games. I need to. I've only really played LucasArts ones. But I do need to play Sierra. You know what's actually pretty funny about Sierra? So they made King's Quest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made some of the original point-and-click games. Funnily enough, they published Half-Life.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah.
The original Half-Life, yeah.
I remember coming across that tidbit a while back. I think you might have showed it to me or something, yeah. Might have told me about it.
I think so, because I was doing doing some research on Half-Life, and then I saw that it was published by Sierra, and I was like, oh, is that the same Sierra from adventure games? And it is, which is pretty interesting.
It's all Devolver Digital style stuff, just publishing random stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any of Sierra's recent games. I'm pretty sure they changed studio names to something else, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to double check. But I don't think they've published anything in quite a while. I imagine Half-Life is one of their more recent publishings. Funny you should mention Devolver, actually.
Yeah, of course.
They're the people that are publishing Return to Monkey Island. Which is pretty cool. You got anything you want to talk about?
Segue time.
A segue, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's suitable to talk about like geopolitical stuff here, but I was reading this article about people were getting outraged about these new laws that were being introduced in Victoria, Australia, where you literally cannot go bushwalking without being fined. You can't like take a swim, you can't paraglide, all of it. You need to have a permit for it. And
that's weird.
You need a permit to literally do anything nowadays in Australia. And that reminded me of a game that I heard about recently. It's called Dinkum. One of the best names I've ever heard for a game. It's like Animal Crossing New Horizons, except it's like set in the Australian outback. You know,
that is incredible.
I've seen a little bit of the game. The beaches are blinding, but anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, one of the main gimmicks of the game is the fact that you literally need a permit to do anything. Like you need a farming permit. You need a I think it was a backpack permit or something to carry more stuff. Otherwise, you're fined. You need a permit to wipe your posterior. You need a permit for everything. I was just
sounds like EA.
Yeah, kind of. And I don't know. It's like satirical games like those. They're always quite funny.
Yeah. I can't think of anything like that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I've encountered something like that before.
Have you ever played anything like Animal Crossing type style game? Anything?
I think I've played like New Leaf on the 3DS. And I was looking into getting Hoko Life from Team 17, which is literally just a PC port of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But not Animal Crossing. I don't know if you've seen it, but it looks the exact same.
Yeah. I think it looks like they at least tried to put a style on it, but it just, I don't know, from what I remember, the characters kind of looked like the Mii rip-offs from Nintendo Switch Sports, but just plonked in like Animal Crossing. Yeah.
It's such a weird game though. Like from what I've seen of it, And I'm very surprised that Nintendo hasn't offered a C&D or anything. Because seriously, there are so many parallels. Like, you know the shirt design feature in Animal Crossing? Yeah, they have, like, the exact same thing in Hoko Life.
Wait, shirt design is in you get your own custom thing, or the shirt design is in, like, how you talk in the beginning determines what clothes you wear in the game?
Oh, I don't know about that. No, I mean, like, you get, like, a canvas and you can paint your own shirt.
Oh, okay.
And they have that, like, exact feature in Hoko Life. I don't know. I've only watched the trailers, so I'd have to play the game to actually get a like proper informed opinion. But it just seems very, very similar to Animal Crossing.
Yeah, the only Animal Crossing I've played, I know I was the one who brought it up, but I actually haven't played much Animal Crossing either. I just thought that Dinkum game was funny, but I've played Animal Crossing, I believe, on the GameCube, the original one. Apart from it being like creepy as hell. Well, no, it isn't. I'm just kidding. But the only thing I actually remember from it was going to like Nook's shop and realizing that there was a feature to So I think the original Animal Crossing thing had a mechanic where you could send stuff to other islands. I'm not entirely sure how it worked, but you could send stuff to other towns by
Like other people online.
other people. I don't really know how to work it. It must have been like a kind of database they had back then. But you could kind of gift items to other towns or people by using a code system. So you could give your item to Nook, and Nook would say, "All right, here's a code," and then you'd give that code to the person you want to give the item to, and boom, they get the item. I'm assuming there's some sort of database thing, and the version that I was playing on, it still had that exact feature, and I figured out by searching it up that like Animal Crossing has this entire cheat code scene for getting all these codes. I'm not entirely sure how they managed to get these codes. I'm assuming that they just they either hacked the game or in some way, or they just managed to find a bunch of codes that were on Nintendo's database when they shut down the game servers. I'm guessing, and so you can literally go.
I imagine they would have been stored in the ROM or something.
Yeah, stored. That's the right word. Jeez. Yeah. So they were stored, and you can just get them. You can just get a bunch of stuff. I think it's at like game FAQs or something. You can just get a bunch of weird crap. I think a bunch, like even glitched items and stuff that like debug stuff. You can just get it.
Oh damn!
I thought it was funny, but that was one of only two things I actually remember. The other part being that I used to talk with I don't know, but I was just there was this one villager. I think it was called like Filbert or something. It was just this stupid blue squirrel. I just thought he was freaking hilarious. And,
Filbert, my man.
Filbert. I think it's a pun on some type of nut or something. But I remember always obsessively talking to him, and he'd just be like effectively tick off. I guess this is a family friendly way of putting it. I don't know, but I thought it was just funny. But anyway, yeah, that's really all I remember from Animal Crossing. I played it for a bit and just like left it in the dust.
Oh, I think I've also played the Wii version of the game.
City.
I forgot what it's called.
Something City Life.
Something about cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they're okay. I think like New Horizons especially is a bit overhyped, but I can understand why people would want such a monotonous game during like COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, it also almost brings back a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about like its monotony. I do remember that people were going crazy over the fact that you could terraform and everything. I think that was its like main selling point.
You can terraform?
Sorry, wait, my mistake. That's what they called it, but
You mean gardening?
like not gardening, but you could create the landscape. At one point in the game, they give you, I'm just gonna call it a permit because I don't know what on earth they called it, but you'd get the ability to be able to place down land and take away land to create like lakes and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
And I remember
Is that just in New Horizons?
Yeah, and New Leaf, I think they had a like. New Leaf was the first game where you could actually like build anything because you were the mayor and everything, and you could build stuff, but it was very limited. Like you could only build like the occasional bridge, maybe a path and stuff. But New Horizons just gave you full freedom to do whatever the hell you wanted.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
Oh, sorry.
Also, yeah, can we just talk about New Leaf for a second? You at the beginning of the game, you just steal some guy's job.
Oh yeah, because you're mistaken as the mayor. Jeez.
Well, does that guy like show up later?
I don't know actually. What is it? Animal Crossing game theory. Cathode ray tube hypothesis.
Hell yeah, get on it, Pat. We need to see it.
I'm pretty sure he's already made like tons of Animal Crossing stuff that I've bought to watch.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. Segue time.
Oh yeah.
You know Skylanders, right?
Yep. Have
Well,
a little tub of them.
I recently rediscovered my collection, and oh boy, I have a lot of Skylanders. I've got like above 50.
I think I have a similar number. It was
dang.
It was just one of those things. I'm pretty sure how much money did it cost to get one Skylander from your local
I don't know.
local EB Games or wherever they were selling it.
See, okay, this is how I have most of mine. So, actually, there are like two reasons. So, I think I've gotten like two Skylanders. Excluding starter packs, I've gotten two Skylanders, like actually brand new, in a box, and all of my other ones are pre-owned. And there was this shop, just like down the road from where I used to live, and they would sell these second-hand Skylanders, and they had a big tub of them. They would sell them for $1 each, or not $1, £1 each. And oh my god, that's so cheap. So I have like so many Skylanders from that shop. I'm pretty sure they went bankrupt during COVID.
Oh damn.
Which kind of sucks. But yeah, so I got like a bunch for $1 each, and then my little brother, well, we had this friend that like worked at a game shop.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of Skylanders that weren't selling, so they were just going to get rid of them. So my little brother, as a birthday gift, got a whole box of these Skylanders from this friend. And there were like, 30 in there.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I have a lot of Skylanders that I will probably never use in game.
Wait, how much do like Skylanders sell for nowadays? Because based on like the absolute gargantuan collection I have, I think I have a similar number.
I think it depends on like which Skylander you're getting.
I
imagine newer ones will sell for slightly more, and then older ones might sell for less.
Yeah. What about the classic one?
There are different
Trigger Happy.
There are different rarities. I've got Trigger Happy. He's right here on my portal next to my desk.
Oh damn.
He's great. I love him.
I think it was my first one. It was my first one.
Oh yeah.
Hold it. Deal.
My first one was probably like T-Rex, Cinder, and I think Jetvac, because they were included in the Giants starter pack.
Yeah. Oh damn. Okay.
Pretty good.
So they sell for like $11. That's not bad.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Depends because
I recently
there's,
had
like,
this
different
whole
conditions. So it's all over the place. The price, but
Yeah, yeah. No, there'll be more expensive ones and then cheaper ones. Like, who's my rarest one? Probably. Let's have a gander at my collection. My rarest one would probably be my Flameslinger because it's like a Series 2 Special Edition.
Oh, right.
And it's got like a bronze texture
Which game was that
rather
from?
than the normal one. So, pardon?
Do you remember which game that was from?
Well, it's a Series 2 special, so it was... Flameslinger is from the first game,
Oh,
but then they re-released him for the second game, Giants, with this bronze texture,
Hmm.
which is, yeah, pretty cool. So I imagine he'll be the most valuable one in my collection out of all of the ones I own.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was hard to explain what was the appeal for Skylanders for me, because I sure did play through those games. I played through the first 4, I believe. So
oh dang.
yeah, when I was young, it was a good game. And I remember one of them had a guy called a character called Da Vinci or something. I don't know. He was like this guy who was like literally in every single level for some reason. So I just, oh man, that was amazing. If only they made a
Interesting.
Skylander, like little diorama toy of him.
I think I've only ever like played Giants through to completion. I have all of them apart from Superchargers. Oh no, Giants and half of Imaginators.
Oh,
I've got all of them except for Superchargers just on my computer, but I still need to play them
mm.
because I've got like half of my collection is from later games than Giants, and so I'm not able to use those currently.
Yeah.
By currently, I mean until I boot up Imaginators or something. But yeah, no, but yeah, no, I've been playing through Giants again. It is a spectacular game. I love Giants, and so if you guys didn't know, Skylanders is you've got this portal. It's Toys to Life. So you have this portal thing that you connect to your Wii or Xbox or whatever, and then you've got these little toys with I forget what they're called. It's like 3 letters. It's like N something something tags in them in their base.
Oh, okay.
So when you put them on your portal, it scans these tags and then sort of quote unquote transports them into your game as like digital things. So for example, I've got this guy called Trigger Happy and I put him on my portal and then the character Trigger Happy appears in my game. It's pretty cool. And then you get these marketable little figurines as well as, you know, DLC basically. So I was recently trying to collect all of the Giants, which is like a sub series of Skylanders, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these, and I only had 6 until a few weeks ago. So as it turned out, two of the people in like some of my classes had these 2 Skylanders. One of them, I literally just gave him some money and he gave me the Skylander, like a normal deal. And then the second one, I imagine I would have told you about this, Sush. The second one, it was a very formal conversation, a 6-page contract, and my dignity.
Which one was it?
It was Ninjini, to get Ninjini.
Oh yeah. You
who
were
was a
talking
gem.
about that, man.
It is hilarious. I'm planning on making a video, just an AKA My Childhood episode about Skylanders, so I'll go over the whole thing there. But like TLDR, me and this guy had like a 3-week long, very formal conversation regarding this figure, and I finally managed to barter the figure price down. It was originally going to be $30, and I was like, I don't have that kind of money, so I bartered it down to $10 and one of my Skylanders.
That's some very
And
good
now I have
bartering
it.
to like chop off.
I know, right?
Basically, around 50-60% of the price.
Mm. Yeah, I'm very proud of my skills, and I feel like I kind of ripped the guy off, but I did some market research. The figurine I gave him was like just shy of the worth of the figurine that I was gaining, so it's a pretty fair trade in hindsight.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Skylanders was probably one of my first games, so it's one that I probably remember the least of in proportion to how much I played. But
I was honestly surprised by how much I remembered when I replayed Giants, because it's so long ago that I played it last time. But yeah, I had this habit as a child of getting like 90% the way through a game and then never finishing it and like putting it in the box and never opening it again. And Giants was one of those games. So I did get to see some new stuff, and I did beat it for the first time, which was a pretty cool experience. But yeah, Giants was probably one of my first games as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of first games, actually, this segues quite well. One of my first games that I played on a computer was Slime Rancher.
Oh, right.
I don't know. Have you like played through the game? I know you're. I know you know of it.
I never played the PC version. I played the PS4 version, but
There's a PS4 version.
Yeah, PS4 version. It's good. It looks pretty much the exact same. It might have like a little bit less content than the PC, but
maybe. No, I doubt it. I imagine they'd have more content, if anything, and by more I mean like one or two extra things because of a PlayStation exclusive or something.
I don't think it was a PlayStation exclusive. I think it was also on Xbox as well.
Oh, it was on Xbox, I know. It's on Switch as well. They have the Portable Edition.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great pun. Good job, guys.
It took 2 years to cope with
that. Yeah, they had like a whole marketing department on that for 2 years. Just like, okay, we need a name for the Switch port. What are we going to call it?
Like, they spent all that development time just to come up with a name. I can't imagine porting it would be too bad. It's just you probably have to downscale a few textures or something for the Switch.
For the Switch, yeah.
They always say like the Switch has these technological shortcomings. There's a better term for it, but that's just something that crossed my mind. They're always like, I noticed that Nintendo fans are constantly like, for a game that's like blatantly bad, like a blatantly bad Nintendo game. For example, like Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think I talked about this on one of the episodes of the old podcast. But Nintendo fans just try to defend the fact that it literally looks like a Wii game by saying that the Switch has technological shortcomings or whatever.
Shortcomings, yeah.
Like, it's just so dumb.
I haven't played any of Legends Arceus. I've not played any Pokemon game since, I think, Silver. I've played Red and Silver, and that's about it.
Yeah, I only ever played the 3DS ones, I'm pretty sure.
No, I mean, I played Silver first. I think is that the DS one?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that Silver, that was I can't tell, was it part of the black and white duology, or was it part of a different one?
I don't know. I'm really not a big Pokemon fan. But
what were the starters?
Yeah, no. Whichever one had Trico in it as a starter, that's the one I played.
Oh, okay.
On the DS.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And that was a good one. I got like halfway through that. And then I have a Game Boy Color, and I bought a. I recently discovered it to be counterfeit, but I bought a copy of Pokemon Red. I mean, let's be real. You're not really gonna find a cheap copy of real Pokemon Red, so.
Yeah.
But I bought a knockoff Pokemon Red, and played that on my Game Boy Color, and let me tell you, that is an experience like no other. It's very cool.
How's it like to play a bootleg game? Don't think I've ever got experience like that
It's
before.
the cartridge is terrible quality, but the game is good. It's just got the exact same game on it.
Oh, okay. I thought
Like
they
they
made
literally just loaded up the Pokemon Red ROM.
I literally thought that by bootleg you meant they made an entirely like a new game that was
Oh
really crappy.
no,
They just said it was Pokemon Red and just gave it to you.
no. The no, it was the exact same game, but the cartridge is like really low quality. So on the cartridge, I left it in my Game Boy for like a month, and I had the Game Boy turned off, so I thought it would be fine. And basically, I forgot to take the cartridge out, and I tried to boot it up again, and my save file was gone. So I played again for a bit, and I saved again, turned off my Game Boy, turned it back on, and my save was gone again. So I did some research, and it turned out the internal battery of the cartridge, which I didn't even know was a real thing, had burnt out,
Okay.
which left the cartridge unable to save your game,
But that's
which
strange.
was
That's
incredibly
like,
annoying.
what? So it can output the necessary data for you to play the game, but it can't input anything, or like at least output your save. That's strange.
Yeah,
Mm.
it is odd. So I bought some new batteries, and I dismantled my cartridge, and that's when I realised it was a bootleg.
Oh, okay.
Because the interior was just like mess. It was just a mess of random crap.
Hmm.
But it's fixed now, and I can actually play Pokemon Red if I really want to on a Game Boy, which is, like I said, very good experience. I would recommend.
Interesting.
But back to Slime Rancher. So I've recently been playing through that as well to get ready for the sequel, which I'm sure I've told you about.
Yeah, when's that coming out again? Is it the same date as Monkey Island, or is it like after that?
2 days after. So
Okay.
it's coming out in 3 days' time,
Cool.
which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably not going to be able to get it on day one, like Monkey Island, which I've already pre-ordered. But I should be getting it soon, within the next couple of months, and I'm very much looking forward to playing it.
Hmm.
The original Slime Rancher is it's such a good game. Have you ever finished it?
No, I have not. But I think I got up to like day 13, day 15. I'm not sure how much that actually is in progress, but I think I got up
Oh,
to the
dang.
rad slimes or something before I just
Oh, wow, you really
mysteriously
didn't get
stopped. No, but I can imagine that there was a lot more to do after that as well.
Oh yeah. So there's like the Glass Desert, which is like the ending area,
Yeah.
and the Glass Desert is gorgeous. It's so good. I love the Glass Desert, and it's got a really sweet ending. And by ending, it's it's a sandbox game, so it's very sort of open ended.
Mhm.
But it just like says a few lines and then plays the credits, and then you go back to your gameplay. You go back to abusing slimes and selling their crap,
Oh man, yeah.
which we love to see.
I thought the economy.
Oh.
I thought. Wait, hold on a sec. Oh gosh, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm gonna take a 50-50 gamble at this. The economy of Slime Rancher, like the fact that the price of certain plots can go up and down. I just thought that was a really nice touch to the game. And
Definitely.
yeah, I'm not actually sure if the economy works like supply and demand.
Yeah, that's what I've been like testing. I don't think it does, because I have in my main area of my ranch, I have 4 corrals with like the exact same Lagos in them, which means I'm harvesting like 200 of the same plot every day, and the price doesn't seem to be going down as a result of that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'd have to like do a bit more experimentation into it, because certain prices have definitely dropped. Like there's this one plot, I think Saber plot, that was it was at like 100 when I set up my whole thing,
Oh,
and then a couple days later it had dropped down to like 43, which is pretty steep. But yeah, if there's one thing I am really hoping that Slime Rancher 2 has, it's more game, because like I feel like Slime Rancher just kind of ended really quickly, which is a bit of a shame. And I definitely feel like there should have been more areas.
It still seemed like there were a few secrets that they just like kind of half-assed post-game content, which I also don't mind.
Yeah,
but
there's like the treasure pods, which I feel like probably
I think that's
they're pretty good.
Yeah,
but they're just kind of generic. They're just little pods, like chest kind of things, dotted around the world.
From what I remember, they looked like Kinder Egg capsules.
Kinda. But yeah, no, I feel like they could have executed those better. Nothing against them. I mean, it's for its time. I think it came out in like 2016, so it's a pretty big game, I guess, for its time. And they did not regularly, but they did update the game. For example, there's like they added kind of 3 sub areas where you can do specific mini games, and then you unlock extra things.
Yeah, there was I think there was an area. I definitely watched this I definitely saw this when my brother was playing. But there was an area with like quicksilver slimes, and I think one of the mini games that you might be referring to was in that zone, and you would like race against quicksilver slimes that were going in like down this slide type racetrack. It was funny.
You kind of got it right, yeah. So it's at Mochi Miles's ranch, and you have to run around the track with quicksilver slimes, and then you shoot them with lightning, and then they generate plorts.
Ah, okay.
So you pretty much got it right, yeah.
I thought
that's one of the mini games
or something, because I just
no, you're just trying to shoot them.
Yeah, the mental image I had in my mind was just like you're going down this slide and you just have like an entire sea of quicksilver slimes around you. And I don't know, I just inferred from that. Seems like a lot.
Yeah, I mean you're not too far off. But there's also Victor Humphrey's place, where you go into a simulation of, it's like a game within a game. It's called the Slimulation, and you have to like pick up certain slimes that have a different face on them, and then it generates glitch slimes, and you got to pick those up, and then you got to get out before all the tar start invading.
Oh, right.
That's a good one. That's my favourite. And then there's Ogden Ortiz's place, where you go into like a whole new area of the map called the Wilds, and you have to pick up these specific fruit. I think they're called like cucadobas or something. Oh. And you have to pick up these specific fruit and then head back. But all of the slimes there are feral. That's a pretty good area as well.
Yeah.
All of the minigames they're solid. My only wish would be for them to be a little less repetitive, because you're doing the same thing over and over to try and get the same like plorts or items.
Yeah, these might be like generic things, but I just started remembering a few things about my playthrough through a Slime Rancher. One of them was the tar. I don't think I ever figured out how they actually occur. Like if you mix 2 Largos together or something. Like if a big Largo eats a plort of a third slime, then it just goes bananas.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you got it.
Yeah,
if a Largo eats a plort of a slime that it is not, then it will become a tar slime.
In fact, that might actually be the reason why I quit, because I think I went a bit crazy with mixing Largos, and I produced some tar that absolutely destroyed. From my memory, destroyed everything. But when I see how the corrals work, when I actually see gameplay of Slime Rancher, I can't really remember. It was quite a while ago. I played it pretty much like earlier when it just released. I'm pretty sure. I remember there was this show um, called Good Game, which was like a game documentation show on on the ABC channel,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, they were talking about Slime Rancher. I'm pretty sure they have a YouTube channel with like an archive of all the episodes they have. But yeah, I remember they talked about Slime Rancher, and yeah, I got it on the PS4, played through it. It was good.
Mm.
Another thing.
I definitely recommend playing it again if you haven't played it in a while.
Hmm.
If you're that scared of the tar, there's like a casual mode that doesn't have them.
Oh yeah, no, you know what's funny? Because I think I picked it up again recently. I only played like a day or so, but it didn't take me long to figure out that you could literally just suck up the tar and yeet them into the ocean. It was really,
Yeah.
really simple. Like, yeah,
Yeah. They're not that big of a threat.
like you can literally just throw whatever you want into the ocean. It's just hilarious. Nice touch. And also, speaking of the ocean, there was also another mental image that I had in my mind. It was you like feed this. They were not called largos. They're called something else. But like you just feed giant
Gordos?
slimes with whatever the hell you have.
Yeah, Gordos.
Gordos. That's funny. It brought me back to Mario Galaxy. You like feed the Lumas until you make them explode or something. I don't know. It probably wasn't that macabre, but
I need to play Mario Galaxy. I think my brother's got a Switch and he's got Mario All Stars on it. I've played a bit of 64, but I need to play Mario Galaxy because that's like a classic. Sunshine as well. Have you played any of those ones?
Sunshine. Yeah, 64. I actually did progress a bit in it. I think I got up to like the necessary 70 stars you needed to beat the game. But I
Damn.
stopped there. So I think I was actually like what you were saying before, I was quite close to beating the game. And for some reason I just straight up stopped. But yeah, I've gotten motivation recently to finish off some of the older games that I've been putting off for a while. One of them is Paper Mario, the original Paper Mario. I got quite far in it, and yeah, I remember that the dialogue was really funny. It was just it's probably the closest. It's all good. I'll just say this, but it's probably the closest game that can be considered as an old Paper Mario game that can be compared to the newer game, like Paper Mario installations, which really were like they had a larger focus on the dialogue and the jokes and I guess the creativity of it. So it's hilarious.
Cool. I've only ever played Super Paper Mario,
Yeah.
it's a good game. I like Count Bleck. I like Mr. L. They're pretty cool guys.
I remember there was one point where
Is it Mr. L?
Mr. L? Wait.
The evil Luigi dude.
Yeah.
Is his name Mr. L?
You fought him. You fight him twice, I believe. One of them is, I think in both versions you just fight him in the gigantic robot or something. You know,
Yeah.
classic video game stuff.
Fight big giant robot. Oh, speaking of big giant robots, actually, this isn't really big giant robots, but there is a big giant robot in Splatoon, and Splatoon 3 just came out.
Oh yeah.
One of my friends, he's played through it already. He played it on like the first 2 days and finished it. But apparently it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten it yet, but it's probably not on my list. It doesn't look that different from the first two Splatoon games.
Oh yeah. The first, I've not played the second one, but the first one is a banger.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure on the second one they expanded a bit. Honestly, the thing that I respected about the Splatoon franchise, while I thought that like the classic turf war was a pretty funny idea for Nintendo to tackle.
Yeah.
It was the story mode, which I thought was really funny. Like you just go around these gigantic levels and just splat stuff, and I remember it had its fair share of good level design as well. It was good stuff.
Yeah, my Nintendo account never worked. I got Splatoon with my Wii U. It was one of the included games. I got like a Splatoon code and a Mario Kart 8 code with my Wii U. But my Nintendo account never worked online, so I could only play the story mode. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's like great. I love the story mode of Splatoon. But yeah, I recently got it fixed actually, and I played a few rounds of actual online Splatoon, and it's pretty good as well. So, you know, in my humble opinion, Splatoon still holds up as a great game.
Yeah, it's like the what's the name of the, like, it's sort of like the competitive FPS style stuff, except I don't know, it just they put a good twist on it. It was really simple in retrospect, but still, it's a cool game.
Yeah, it's definitely executed well.
Definitely one of the
very
one of the newest IPs that Nintendo's made. One of the biggest things I had, like one of the biggest slabs of beef I have with Nintendo is the fact that they just don't ever bother to try and make new games. It's always sequel this, slap a 2 on that, slap a 3 on that, sell it.
Yeah.
And I think the last one, I also talked about this. I said that the last IP Nintendo made, like original IP Nintendo was made, it was ARMS, the boxing game on Switch.
Oh god, yeah, you're probably right.
But it was pretty much just like Nintendo trying to tackle the FPS genre, except they tried to tackle the boxing genre with not just like Punch Out, where you just sit in a single static position, but you actually like move around, which is a pretty big advancement. But no, I
moving.
What? But yeah, I found out that that's not actually their newest IP. It was right in front of me all along because I was playing that game around the time. It was the Game Builder Garage, which they released in 2020. Sorry, Game Builder Garage. Sorry, my voice crack. That was strange.
Game Builder Garage. I've never heard of
Oh,
that.
damn. Alright, wait.
Is it like Mario Maker?
Yeah, kind of. They have it's a strange mix against, like, it. So you know how you have the classic dichotomy of how you separate the different coding programs. You have the line code and you have the baby block code. Well, it's kind of like a third type of thing. So basically, you're encouraged to make games in it, similar to how you'd make something in like Dreams on the PS4 or something. I don't know what's a good comparison to it. And
Dreams is probably a good one.
And
maybe Rec Room.
Its main gimmick was you'd connect these different node-ons, kind of like logic gates. And
so is it like Unreal? Unreal Engine.
I'm going to assume it is, yeah. So you just kind of build games, and of course people made games about Fat Yoshi and Big Chungus, and it was funny for a bit, but then kind of just evolved. But you know the classic fate of these kind of quote unquote creative games. But that's okay.
Oh my god! Of course, not surprised in the slightest, to be honest.
Oh.
Anyway, we've been going for about an hour now, so I'm ready to wrap up if you are.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cool. Well, thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, like, subscribe. Wait, no, this is a podcast, isn't it? This isn't a YouTube video. We need to establish an outro here, Sush.
Oh damn! Can we just do the classic?
Share the podcast.
Wait, hold on a second. Is this going on YouTube or is this going on?
It's going YouTube, Spotify. I might try Apple Podcasts. We'll see.
Okay. If you're on Spotify, do whatever Spotify people do when they like the content. Yeah.
Give us 5 stars.
give us 5 stars. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to if you like the podcast in the first place, obviously, but if you like the podcast, you can give it a good old like. You can subscribe to Artie's channel. You can subscribe to my channel, which should be in the description. I could
It'll be
link
on
my
screen
itch.io
on
account
YouTube.
if I'm insane. I'm not sure. You can click on the big eye on the top right. You can click it to my to get to my itch.io account. I make some subpar quality games.
Yep, and you can go to contentunavailable.net for lots of fun.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, yeah, once again, thanks for listening, and we shall see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.